This episode's about Jody?
My wife?
Alright. Can you make up a bottle? Oh, so our baby has already been born. Look at my beautiful wife. I love her. I've been back from Greenhearth for a few months. Oh! So we lived. We lived, bitch. And I see it's Halloween. My son had just been born. Hi, Uni. How are you? Congrats on being first. Oh my gosh, hello. My wife, Jody. And everything to make us happy. Hello, how are you? We are playing a visual novel game, Murder Mystery. It's really good. What are the imperfections in his head? Oh god. It wasn't for the terrible dreams on my eyes. I played Marvel Rivals for the first time last night. It's pretty fun. Do you like it? Obviously. I guess you've been playing it. Who's your favorite person to play? The worst had been... I don't know. All of them are pretty bad, no? The death of everyone, I guess, because it's everyone. Mantis Main? Slay. He said, heal. I tried playing her, but I didn't understand what was going on. I like playing Jeff. And then Psylocke, the samurai lady or ninja lady. Flamingo Burr, exactly. Most of them were simply collateral victims. Forbidden experimentation which should never have taken place. Yeah, so we are traumatized from our trip to that town. The man behind the codename Tilix played with fire. He was the one who had been burned. Psylocke with that skin. I haven't looked at her other skins, actually. Shoot, I should. Ricky? Ricky when I catch you? Ricky when I catch you? Yes, of course. Right away, honey. I know you asked me to make formula for the baby. I listened to you, Jody, my beautiful wife that I love. I know things haven't been easy since Arthur's death. I'm here for you, don't you? You can talk to me, you know? My wife is so sweet and she loves me. I know, I've already told you everything I can. The rest will put you in danger. Yes, but how can I help you if I don't know what happened? Just know I'm in extreme duress all the time. So the strange bell that Arthur had concealed in the safe. Why do I have the bell? In my house, with my family. What? I kept it with me all the time for want of a better option. I'm sure the thing was dangerous, but I had no idea where it came from or what it was for. Even if it put a target on my back, I figured it would be totally irresponsible to get rid of it on the sly. It had to be destroyed, but how? And how long would it be before someone realized it was me who had it? The creature. It's awake. That's ominous. What is the creature? I would like to know. Jody is concerned. That was a crunch. Sorry. I'm eating my bagel. A bagel. Crunchy. The apartment was in the usual state of young... Come here. Disarray for young working parents. Drink. Drink. We just celebrated Halloween. The decorations hadn't been taken down yet. Okay, so it's November. A solid crunch? Thanks. A little ASMR for you. Luckily, Jackie, Jody's aunt, lived nearby and was happy to take care of Chris at a moment's notice. I don't know how we would have managed without her. Aw, that's sweet. Where could that bottle be? Is it this? Wait a minute. Here's the bottle. I'm gonna wash it and warm the milk. I'll get the phone, honey. It was my partner, James Giordano. Fox. Hello, James. We got a new case. There's no need to stop at the station. I'll meet you at the scene. Okay, where I have to go. Have you got the address of the college campus? The state college? No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. We agreed on a meeting point, traded a few remarks, and then I hung up. Oh, yay. Ah. Thanks to today's headlines. The dread of seeing what happened in Green Earth coming to light had faded a little with time. I guess the Bureau had managed to cover everything up thoroughly. I haven't thought of Gianna Walter. I hope she was okay. We agreed that it would be unwise to contact each other. Her phone would probably be tapped for a good long time. Was she still sheriff, or had she been made scapegoat for the fiasco at the hospital? At the moment, I probably never know. I hope Gianna's okay. I hope that she's alive. Jody was waiting for me to give Chris his bottle. I didn't hang around. Okay. Here you go. Thanks. I have to go. Duty calls. Yes, I'll pick him up in the evening if I'm not too late. Of course. I might be late though, but I'm not gonna tell you that. Jody, my loving wife. I kissed my wife, snatched up my keys, and set off. Bless you. Damn, this guy is a husky. Bless you. Dorothy said bless you.
Hey.
So thank you. Ricky. James. Homicide. Classic. Who's the victim? Martin Maloney, one of the two students who share this room. What happened? Bullets to the back of the head. Victim was found on his bed, still dressed. Probably never even saw it coming. It was the day after Halloween, and the student parties had the reputation for being pretty wild. I don't know if it's like homicide wild, though. The victim must have come back from the party and fallen asleep immediately, probably drunk. Drunk for sure, but maybe not just drunk. We'll know more when we get the talk report, okay? Still early, most of the students aren't up yet. I thought I'd get it done fast before we start to draw a crowd. True. No witnesses? The murder shot through a cushion to muffle the with Halloween. Oh, true. Did you cover his house? So what the? And we got a suspect. Garrett Stern. Okay, roommate? Okay, self-report, maybe. In this of sensationalist rumors are flying about pretty fast. It's better to speak to the witnesses early before you have to record so-and-so heard such and such. Everyone says that. Okay, true, true, true. Good morning. Hi, Miss Virat. I'm good. How are you? I'm eating bagel. Have you got an alibi? And we're just solving another murder. We're finishing our little game. Grimsey's at the campus film society Halloween party. Aww. How is Cat? Is Cat good? See, I'll go and talk to him. I'm just chasing her around. Aww. Any clues? Got the murder weapon. Okay. We have a gun. Let's search the crime scene first. Is she allowed to go outside at all or no? Stack of Polaroids. Considering the crime looked more like an execution than a reaction of a robber caught in the act. What were they searching for? That's so funny. Okay, we go roommate. Garrett Stern. Wait, let's examine the pile of photos first. Oh, I remember being a college student. On Halloween, that was a fun time. Hmm. At his tan mark where his watch should be. Okay. Where's your watch, Garrett? Okay, I finished my bagel. I can lock in now. He's still wearing his clothes, his Halloween clothes? His attitude, okay. The arrogance of old money oozed from every pore. Ew. Okay. The type born with a silver spoon in his mouth, lucky enough to not have a huge debt to pay off when he reached the job market, but incapable of recognizing his own good fortune. To be frank, he kind of reminded me of Oscar Morrison. I was gonna say, kind of looks like Oscar. Good morning, Mr. Belreal. Hello. How are you? Shrimp is going well. We're solving murder, Mr. Weeze. And no tan mark. Wait a minute. Weird. You could afford a better costume? Real. He's too cool for a cool costume. He has to, like, keep it on the down low, I guess. Detective Fox, I've got a few questions for you. How are you doing, Mr. Belreal? I'll also give Uni a shout out. Just got out of a meeting. What the? So early. Well, I mean, I guess we had a meeting yesterday at this time too, so ha ha ha, sorry. Go back to bed, go back to bed. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm going to like a food, like a Japanese food market thing later, which is why I'm streaming early. I'm excited. We went last year. And I love looking at all the different vendors. The food was okay, but that's just because the lines were super long. But where were you last night? Classic. Let's start with that. Alright, at the Film Society party? Sure. His reaction didn't add up. And when you got back, you discovered Mr. Maloney's body. Is that right? That's exactly right. I'm in like 3 hours though. Aw. Well, I hope you get to sleep a lot today, after your meeting. There are even photos. I see. Why did you plan the photos with the clock in the back? That seems calculated, sir. Something else, officer. What was your relationship with the victim? He was my best friend. Really? I feel like you'd be more distraught. Yeah, exactly. The violent death of his roommate should have rattled him. Yeah, I don't know, finding your roommate, the gunshot at the back of his head, I don't know. That seems kind of suspect. I needed more to bust him once and for all. What to make him bust? Did he have any enemies? Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Yes. Okay. I don't like this guy. Brilliant student. What was he working on? Majoring in information science. Ah. You? Yes, like me. So they were work. You could say that. Exactly what you were working on. A mobile app. Ah. My best friend is dead. Okay, now you're pulling the distraught card? I don't think so. Application with money estate. Okay, true. Check if anything had been stolen. To rob us? I mean, Halloween. plenty of townies on the campus. Townies? I feel like that's a slur. This economy, it's so sad that my friend should lose his life over a few dollars. He leaped at the bone. I throw him very fast. Too fast. True. Like, why would the laptop be here if it was for money? So what? Did you check if anything had been stolen or not? No. You know, with the thing. I approve of your guilt. Of my guilt? You don't want me to think. True. Money. You were robbed, and I've got an alibi. I was at the Halloween party. Let me guess. The so-called Halloween party where you took the photos that you so kindly left for out. It's a great shot, but it looks like he had more of a tan last year. Oh, that's why he wore the same outfit. Because he wore it last year. I see. Ah, we got him. Easy. Open and shut case. Chris is crying. Can you go get him while I finish preparing the bottle? Okay, it's Christmas. Yes, honey. Anything for you. My son's first Christmas. I tried to be there to enjoy those moments, but I was having a hard time forgetting Greenhearth. And that murder case kept going through my mind. How could a young student from a wealthy family be capable of murdering his friend for the chance of a few extra dollars? We're expecting the verdict any day. Ricky? Yeah. Your son? I'm sorry, I'm going. Oh, son. She was no fool. She could see something was wrong. Maybe I should have talked to her more? Would that have changed anything? It's impossible to say. My son can wait. Hang on, there's a flyer on the table. Odd, I've never seen it before. It's about a hospital for children. A fundraiser. I had a note to talk to Jody about it. Hang on, son. I'm looking for clues in our house. Miss Celeste is here. Okay. Almost 6 months since Arthur died. Okay. Hello, my son, Jody Jr. Actually. Anything else? Anything else worth mentioning? Other than my son? Nothing else. Fine. Jesus Christ! That's a smile on my son. I miss him so much. As soon as I took him out of the stroller, he stopped crying. Aww. I don't want to remember what happened next, but I have to. For you, Jody. Jody had finished preparing the bottle. I handed it over to Chris, who immediately began to drink, greedily. Your greed sickens me. I have to go. Today's the verdict of the case with the student in it. In it! Yes. I don't have faith in the justice system, actually. Drop Chris off with Jackie? Okay. James came to my office. The verdict was out. Good news. He's got 20 years. That's a relief. Successfully send Garrett Stern to prison. Is it possible to not send him to prison successfully? I guess if you don't find the photos, then you don't have the evidence. Interesting. We'll see. The fact that he managed to find the motive and to push him to a confession that made a big difference. The defense will probably appeal, but I can't see them getting anywhere. Alright. I love how I was happy. Maybe for the first time in months. Has he even mentioned his son's name? No. It's only my son. My son. That the day was just about to come apart at the seams. Okay, drama. As soon as I stepped into the apartment, I could feel something was wrong. Oh my god. The room was plunged in darkness. Chris was crying in his room. I wanted to get to him. I went to get him. I changed his diaper and tried my best to soothe him. My anxiety was palpable, and he must have felt it. There was no trace of Jody in the apartment, and I was thankful to see there was no sign of a struggle either. Where is my wife? Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. No, for real. clearly placed with a handwritten note. Oh my god. My very dear Detective Fox, I don't believe I'm mistaken in suggesting that you have in your possession an object which belongs to me. It would have been good for you to have left it in Greenhearth before your hasty departure. As you may imagine, I have had a great difficulty in coming to find it. In your absence, I have taken the liberty of borrowing your dear wife, who is, incidentally, quite ravishing. Don't you touch my wife! If you wish to see her again in one piece, you know where to find me. Do accept, my dear friend, my most sincere best wishes. Signed, Oscar Morrison, Esquire. P.S. Come alone. At the moment, it was as if my world was falling apart. The demons of Greenhearth had come to claim my soul. Damn, Oscar! I'd known this game would come back to haunt me sooner or later, and I'd chosen to ignore it. Alright, I put Chris's things in one suitcase, a clean suit, and my shaving bag in another. Did we take Chris with us? We didn't drop him off at at our aunt's house? Okay, it was obviously out of the question for me to take my son to Greenhearth, but I had no choice. Okay, good, okay. We left Chris. Sorry, I do know my son's name. His name is Chris. I forgot it when you asked me. His name is Chris. She hounded me with questions. What could I tell her? That her niece had been kidnapped and that anything I told her would put her in danger? Leaving my son broke my heart. I planted a kiss on his forehead, praying it wouldn't be the last time I ever saw him. And I hit the road. I had no chance of catching up with Morrison, but I drove until I was exhausted and allowed myself just a few short hours of sleep on gas station parking lots. But if he wanted to exchange the bell for my wife, then the quicker he got it, the quicker Jody would be safe. My forget name son. Chris. He's Chris, my son? I had no idea what to expect when I got there. The winter sun was just rising when I finally reached the Greenhearth town. Dam. How did I know? How did we know to go to the dam? I would have gone to the hospital. Hospital. I headed across the great concrete structure as fast as I could. But a police roadblock awaited me at the other end. If I'd hoped to arrive unremarked, it failed. The cavalry had arrived and occupied the area, no mistake. The streets teemed with federal agents and military. Gone was a small town in the middle of nowhere I'd left a few months earlier. After I introduced myself, a convoy accompanied me to the police station. Is that me? Which one is us? Neither of them look like us. Ah, Gianna Walter was in the parking lot, talking to a guy in the... you know, I would just be patient. There she is, Gianna. It turned out to be head of operations, Special Agent William Curtis. As I got closer, I realized they were deciding what to do with me. Unfortunately, diplomacy was never the sheriff's strong suit. I suggest you give him a proper welcome, understand? Also, I have to remind you once again who's in charge of operations here. Okay. Let's go, Gianna. She's sticking up for us. Curtis appeared to be furious. He nodded at me to come with him. Okay. I followed him as he muttered curses about Gianna. I hadn't expected to be welcomed with garlands of flowers, but I certainly hadn't thought the town would be in such a state of crisis. Curtis had requisitioned the sheriff's office. Wow, he looks intense. Detective Fox. When I was assigned to the case, I had half a mind to bring you here, but Sheriff Walter assured me, quite emphatically, that we'd never hear from you again. What are you doing here? My wife has been kidnapped by Oscar Morrison. Kidnapped? What were you doing in the area? And with your wife? Yeah. Oscar kidnapped my wife out of our apartment 48 hours ago. That's impossible. We've been tracking Morrison for months. What? Are you calling me a liar? My wife is gone. I've had to leave my son with his aunt. My wife's in danger. I can promise you I'm not here on a sightseeing trip. Hold it. Why the hell do you think Morrison could be behind your wife's... I have a note. Oh, that's true. We can't let him know that we have the object. It would be extremely unwise to let him know I was in possession of the object. Okay, cool. Ah, Morrison's letter mentioned the bell, so I couldn't show it to him. I have to find another way to help him to convince me. Better have some proof? It's a gut feeling. Come on, investigator to investigator. Don't you know? Alright, just kidding. What are you then? Head of operations? Well, fuck you then, I guess. Okay. At least he's gonna help me get my wife back. But if I were to offer you some advice, it would be this. Pack up your stuff and go back to where you came from. Believe me, if you try anything foolish, I'll have you behind bars. Oh, I would never do anything to harm Arthur. That was my best friend. He was a cautious, rational guy. Couldn't hold that against him. He was just doing his job. I'd have to convince him that Jody was here, being held by Oscar, but how? Time to call. It's my old friends. Ernest. What's up, guy? The art is much more intense now in this chapter. My dear Ricky, what a pleasure it is to see you again. When I heard you were back, I took the liberty of preparing your usual room. Like, everything is much darker. There is no gray shading. Do tell me, what brings you here? Surprised you don't already know. Oh, of course I know. Oscar Morrison has kidnapped your wife, if I'm not mistaken. You can count on me. What can I do to help you? Mr. Curtis doesn't believe you, but to convince him, you need to show him the letter from Oscar, but for some reason that escapes me. You're unable to do that. That's right. Can you show this letter to me? Nope. I'd rather not. Ricky, if you want my help, you're gonna have to trust me. Alright. Damn, okay, I had to lay everything out for Mr. Ernest Bull, who is an information broker. Yes, the object was in the vault. In the bank. How'd you know? Simple deduction. Alright, fair enough. Do you still have it? Yes. Can you show it to me? I will explain it to you. I feel like showing him would be bad on his, like, mental health or something. So I'll just explain it. Because maybe that'll save him later. Thank you for the hydrate. It's because the Oscar Morrison never gets his hand on this thing. It can help me save Jody. Am I gonna have to choose between my wife and the bell? Huh. At least promise me that you won't give it to Oscar, except as a last resort. Okay, true. First thing to do will be convince. I'll have to go over Mr. Curtis's head. Who is that? Operations manager. There's another federal agent who's been put on the case as special consultant. Louis Parker. Bottom of the diner. Of course, of course. Let's go to the diner. What have you found out about the foreman since I left? Absolutely nothing interesting, I'm afraid. What the hell, dude? Ah, okay. Oscar Morrison took the fall. Wait, officially the man died years ago in the fire at the hospital. Ah. How do you know about it? Oh, what do you know about Agent Parker? Oh my god, Ernest. You don't know anything. Why am I even talking to you? What do you know about Oscar? Okay. Goddamn, why did I even ask you all of this if you don't know anything more? Oscar had a wife? What if I kidnap Oscar's wife? And then we trade wives? Can I do that? Is that an option? The Bureau thinks you got a reason to stay here? Exactly. The Bureau knows about the curious bells. Reverse kidnapping. That's a trade. A wife swap, if you will. Like that one show. Parker's a special consultant. Alright. Ah. Oscar needs both the bell and to be here in Greenheart. Alright. Sounds good. Let's go to Louis Parker. Wow. Swarming with men in dark suits. Thought of Liz. Oh, R.I.P. Liz. In the end, she'd been another collateral victim of the Viracocha project. I was just regretting not having asked for a more detailed description of Parker when a tall, thin man, his craggy face creased with deep lines, approached me. Jesus Christ! He looks so scary! Is he the monster? Your reputation precedes you. I believe I heard that you're here in search of your wife. What can I do to help you? I have to convince Curtis that my wife is here. I see. Curtis is a man of reason, as you must have realized when you met him. He won't move unless you bring him proof of what you claim. I don't have any formal evidence. I understand your dilemma, detective. Do you? Mr. Warrison's wife, a delightful woman, by the way, refuses to help us. Ah, so we will get to talk to her wife. His wife. Perfectly. Get me to her. I will kidnap her. Parker seemed to be suggesting some kind of quid pro quo. I'd have to help him make some progress in his investigation if he was going to intercede with Curtis for me. Do you think his wife is still in contact with him? It's a possibility. I don't think Rose Morrison's confession will be enough to get Curtis moving. Okay. Let's go. What can you tell me about Rose Morrison? Council worker. Okay. There's nothing significant about her life except that she's married to a survivor of the Viracocha project. She's got no police record. Oh, and they have a son? Nathan? What if I kidnap both the wife and son? Oh. Morrisons are a solid couple. Okay. She's convinced of his innocence. Eh. We're led to believe she doesn't know anything about the Viracocha project. Alright. Kidnap the wife and son! Yes! Alright. He was a true professional. Why are you helping me? Something about him that made me deeply uncomfortable. I think it's... I don't know. He looks... The way he looks makes me deeply uncomfortable. Curtis' efforts ground to a halt months ago. If the Bureau is ever to get their hands on Oscar Morrison, the only solution is to shake up the status quo. Alright, he just wants to make a move on. He goes low, we go lower. Yes! I don't know what a high road is. Who would have snapped sooner or later? And if you accept that Dr. Petrovsky's guess of the suicide, I'd guess that things would have gone back to normal without much of a stir. It hadn't taken much for John and Walter to let me investigate. Okay, true. Alright. Let's go to Rose. Oh, Rose! Her home was as mundane as they come, the kind of house that lined the sidewalks for miles in residential areas all over the country. What was less mundane, however, was the police presence put there to keep watching the surroundings. They'd been waiting months for Oscar to make a mistake that never happened. I nodded to the car stationed in front of the house. The two federal agents inside nodded back, confirming that I could approach. Parker's orders had gone through then. Alright. Child. What do you want to know? At a guess, I'd have to say she was about 50, but her features were so pulled by worry and fatigue that I could easily be wrong. Damn! We said she does not look good. She is... she got wrinkles. I already told you I don't know where my husband is. Miss Morrison, I'm not with the feds. Relax. Your jets. I'm a friend of Dr. Petrovsky's. What do you want me to do? Don't talk to me about that man. Everything was fine until he came to town. Ah, shit. Wait now, you're Ricky Fox, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, slay. Once we were inside the house, a child of around 10 came and nestled against her, staring at me with a strange insistence as he did so. Something's wrong with the child, I don't know. Our son, Nathan. You didn't get the notif? Damn. I pinged in the server. Hi, AJ. To catch you up, our Jody got kidnapped by Oscar, and we had to come back to the town. We left our newborn son, and now we're here. This is Oscar's wife and his son, and I want to kidnap both of them and maybe swap wives. I attempted a hello, young man, but there was no reaction from the child. There's no light behind those eyes. Look, Mr. Fox, Oscar told me that I could trust you. That's the only reason I've let you come into our home. Oscar told you that? Really? I probably shouldn't have said it like that. Yes, it might seem odd to you considering what happened later, but ever since you came to town 6 months ago, my husband took a liking to you. He's gay. He told me he wanted to help you, and he hoped you'd help him too. Let's be surprised. No need to be angry in front of the child. What did you do? What did you do? Why are you trying to go into your house? That seems difficult to believe. Thank you for the watch streak, AJ. Oscar has always been an artist and eccentric. It's a side of him that I've always found refreshing, even if it can be a little wearing on a daily basis. At the time, I didn't pay much attention. Wait, not in front of my son, please. Okay, what about... He's autistic. Your son... My fault. I didn't mean to make fun of your son like that. I didn't know he was autistic. Oh my god, I'm an ableist. Oh god. I'm still gonna kidnap him though. I still need to get my wife back. Yes, I heard from- Stop! No, Zero, stop it. Yes, I heard that your wife had been kidnapped and you think it was my husband. I don't understand why the police are trying to blame him for everything that's happened. I literally know it's your husband. He literally told me himself. My Oscar. Let me show you something. And now you want me to help him cat? He left me a note, claiming responsibility for his actions. It's strange. I recognize his writing in parts, but it's of certain words written by someone else. Ah. Did you just lick me? My shirt? Get your mood down. Miss Morrison, I know your husband wasn't responsible for Arthur Petrovsky's death, and he's not responsible for most of the murders committed here 6 months ago. All I want is to stop him from doing something unthinkable. Help me, please.
Help my wife!
Zero. Zero alert. Zero alert. This has gone on for 6 months. It's never ending. I know you're worried about your wife, but my father needs a son too. I don't give a fuck about your son. If I'm my husband, can you remind him that he has a family who love him and who want him back? I'll tell him. I promise. Thank you. Ask me whatever you want, I'll answer. When did you last see him? 6 months ago. Okay. He arrived with some radio equipment. He was very upset. Huh. Okay. He told me to hide, that everyone was after him. I was worried. For weeks I'd watch his mental state deteriorating. I didn't know what to do to help him. Moved into the bunker, and a few days later, he disappeared. You guys have a bunker? I have no contact. You said you got a bunker? Can I go in there? 1950s, already here we moved in. When the federal agents arrived, he just vanished without even saying goodbye. Damn. This bunker, could I see it? Alright. Sick. You said he came back from the hospital with radio equipment? Triangulating a signal. He said it was important to Ettore. Ettore? One of his former colleagues, apparently, from before the accident at the hospital. He often mentioned him. In fact, since Dr. Petrovsky had arrived, he'd begun to remember his past. You know he lost his memory after the fire at the old hospital? Yes, I do know that. It's true that remembering all that seemed to be painful for him, but I thought it was a good thing. Ah. No. When you saw that he was so upset, did you contact anyone? Who? The only doctor in town had just died and hadn't been replaced yet. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Hi, Ness. How are you? Anyway, it was getting late. Nathan was already in bed. When he said he had to hide in the bunker, I let him. Figured he could wait till tomorrow. Then I heard about what happened at the old hospital. Poor Liz. Poor Pedro. Pedro. Killed by my husband? It was impossible for me to believe. There had to be some mistake. Did he tell you what his plans were? Okay. Found him talking to himself a few times. Just right when he stopped as soon as he heard me. Say your name several times. Yeah, what if the parasite is in Oscar? Well, I don't really know what it is, but what was he like before Dr. Petrovsky arrived? He was a wonderful man. He was funny, kind, considerate. Aww. Living on a generous allowance from the government. Okay. He had a chronic psychiatric illness, but over the years it had stabilized. After 2 years, we got married. The next year after, Nathan arrived. What else can I tell you? Oscar turned out to be an amazing father. He would have done anything for his son. After Nathan was diagnosed with ASD, he never gave up. Quite the reverse. I don't know how I could have coped without him. Aw. Oh, man. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna go to the bunker. Sick. Trap door. The interior was typical of these constructions that had been built all over the country during the Cold War. A bunk bed, a table, a few cans of foods on the shelves, and a sliding door which led to a Spartan washroom. Hero, what? Can you... Alright. Signs of recent occupation. Had Oscar come back to stay here when he returned to Ridhurst without letting his wife know? A cell phone had been left on the table. The battery was dead, but the phone seemed up to date, enough to have a GPS system. If this was Oscar's phone, and he'd had it with him while he was on the run, maybe I'd have the proof that he'd been near my home when Jody disappeared. If that was the case, would that information be enough to help Curtis convince me? A notebook. Pages and pages are covered with complex mathematical equations, calculations which seem to involve geographic coordinates. In any case, they seem to be connected to the radio equipment stolen from the hospital. The result of an equation had been circled several times with bold sweeps of pen. The trouble was, I was incapable of deciphering all of this and more. I had no idea who could help me understand it. Feds? Nah. Perhaps Terry or Abel would have some idea. Oh! So Terry didn't die. Terry's fine. I guess he just got yucked up, but he's fine. I found everything Oscar left behind after. Okay. He'd been possessed for want of... by this Ettore. So... Interesting. Maybe it'd actually been Ettore who killed Adeline and stole the radio equipment at the hospital. Maybe Morrison really was trying to help me, despite the interference from the other personality, as he claimed from the start. That would make sense. Because he was always like, they're watching. Don't speak of anything anymore. They're watching. That makes sense. Okay. Once again, I left the place with more questions than answers, but at least I found clues. Alright. Let's go to Gianna. Our girl. Jeez, she looks not happy. Her misgivings had turned out to be correct. She found herself at the mercy of the feds with little scope and having to account for everything that happened here 6 months ago. For all that time, Oscar Morrison had been on the loose. Foxers, what the hell are you doing here in Green Earth? You don't know how much trouble I've had keeping you out of all of this. My Jody's been kidnapped. Your wife? My wife. It's Morrison, right? Yeah. Why would Morrison want you to come back? Alright. I have the bell. You know. You never told me what you found in the safe. I found a weird bell. My beautiful wife, Jody. I was very certain it was the subject being researched by the Viracocha project. And here's the note Oscar left for me. Said, yeah, he literally signed his name. So, do I lie to Gianna? I feel like I can trust her. Yeah, let's trust her. Yes. There's no chance we'd be disturbed this time of day. She was trustworthy in the paper. Exactly. I trust her. Maybe. We got a bargaining chip to get your wife back. Okay, she knows. It's all for my wife. All that matters is getting Jody back. I'll do everything in my power to help you, Fox. Okay, Slay. We got a plan? No. Oh, I guess yes. First thing to do is to convince Curtis to help me. Can he believe you? No. Have you seen Ernest Bull? Yep. He's a dinosaur? He was posted in Green Earth as a special consultant. He's smart and experienced, but to be frank, there's something off about him. Yeah, he's a little weird. What happened to Abel and Terry? Oh, cool. Okay, Terry's fine. Terry's alive, guys. But both of them refuse to take their medication while more still lose. Okay. It's progress on the foreman. Vets confirmed that most of the patients were killed by one John Whiteman, one of the members of the Viracocha project, who was reported missing after the incident. Adeline LeBrew was killed by Morrison during the events. But that's not all. The Bureau's gone over the crime scenes with fine-tooth comb and with far greater means than we had available during our investigation. They did live some belonging to Oscar Morrison and some belonging to one Ettore Majorana. Oh, that's the, like, 150-year-old person, right? That we found at the morgue crime scene. So it was Oscar. Oh, okay, okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the vision. Yeah, that name means something to you, doesn't it? Yeah, see, I got it. I remember. I remember who that was. I'm a detective. Does that mean Oscar is like Liz Cole? Probably. Oscar and this Ettore Majorana share the same body. Gotcha. Pedro Ferrer his dual personality. Had he too been joined with another person? Could that explain the incredible longevity of the patients? Oh. Had he really been trying to help me as he claimed since the beginning? Oh, he probably was. Damn. The man I knew would never have taken his own life. Well, anyway. Who do I talk to now? Let's go back to Louis. I'd like to pay a visit on Terry and Abel. Got a few questions for him. About what? Wouldn't you like to know, Parker? I see. Oh, shit. Come back in a while. Okay. I miss Crazy Abel. I miss him. I want to see Abel, please. Let's go to Ernest. Tell him what we found. If there's anything. Oh, just kidding. Can I go back to... Okay, no. Hey, Curtis. I'd like to go see my friends, please. Give him the rundown. Alright. Yay! Let's go see my friends.
Yippee!
Greenheart's new hospital was a modern concrete block which had probably been hastily built after the fire at the old building. After I introduced myself at the reception, they took me down some corridors to a small visiting room. 2 minutes later, Abel Smith and Terry Graham came in. Yay! Ricky, this is a surprise. Has a nice detective come back to save us? Oh my gosh. Everyone looks not as good as before. Let me move myself. Terry. If Abel didn't seem much different than the last time I see him, Terry seemed less him somehow. Every movement seemed to cause him pain as he hobbled in, leaning heavily on a cane. Oh no, Terry! You're wondering what happens when we stop taking our meds for too long. Here's the result. I refuse the treatment.
Be helpful for the nice detective's investigation.
We don't want to forget our past again. At least not while Oscar's on the loose. Aww. Oh my gosh, they're so good. The feds have put us under observation here. You didn't come here to listen to us moaning. We heard about your wife. What can we do to help you? Oscar took some radio equipment during the events of the hospital. Does that mean anything to you? I don't know, Ricky. I was just head of security and everything was classified. There was a department called Applied Radio Astronomy on the top floor. What? What does that mean? Is it aliens? Maybe the man in the hat was trying to call the star people? What? Abel, what? The star people? Yeah, the star people left some things. Oh. The bad man and his friend with eyes everywhere found them, and then they used them on us to try and understand them. So, aliens? And now we hear the echoes of the stars. The man in the hat hears them. I hear them too, very loud, because the bad man used the strange bell I gave to the doctor a lot on me. And so we see ourselves on the equipment. Now, know where we are. Abel was even more baffling than usual. What is going on? Is Oscar trying to send a signal to the stars? Maybe, because the star people want to know if dinner is served, and the person hiding the man in the hat wants to tell them it's... What? That's why they had to stop the experiments. I'm sorry, Mr. Nice Detective. I don't know how to explain it better. Harry, what the fuck is going on? Abel looked hurt. He was clearly trying his best. Okay. Okay, no, it's fine. You're doing great, Abel. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. Wait, I don't have more questions to ask? I didn't know then that was the last time I'd see them. What? There were more questions. I couldn't answer the other ones? I'm not gonna see my boys again? Now I'm sad. What the? Go back to Parker, I guess. It is Oscar Morrison who we matched fingerprints from the phone. As for the GPS coordinates, we've been able to recover his itinerary. He did indeed go to your... Okay. He was getting closer to you, but very carefully, avoiding the major highways and mostly getting around on foot. That's why it took 6 months to get to me. Because he was on the I was on the opposite side of the I was on the opposite side of the country. Morrison seems obsessed with you. His only goal, while he's been a fugitive, has been to ensure that you return to Greenhearth. Oh, it's the bell. It's the bell. Oh, jeez. I don't know what he wants, but I'd like to find that out too. Well. Alright, let's go to Curtis. He looks sad. He looks so sullen now. Yeah. Ah, Detective Fox. My team has sent over their conclusions about Morrison's phone. I want to extend my deepest apologies. I never should have doubted your honesty. Yeah, dude, my fucking wife. You made me lose precious time! You must be aware that the first 48 hours of kidnapping are crucial, and I've had to spend most of these convincing you to get involved. Yeah, make him feel bad about it.
Hi, wife.
You know? I'd like to officially invite you to join the team and help us apprehend Oscar Morrison. Hell yeah. I accept your invitation. What's our next move? Okay. Went back to the hotel for the night. I didn't know how much Oscar was responsible for the kidnapping and how much of this Ettore Majorana was, but my determination to make them pay hadn't wavered in the face of this path full of obstacles that kept me from finding my wife. Didn't know what their plans were either. I thought of the bell, of the star people, and of the creature. Okay. So, I hope Jody's okay. The hospital had been set on fire? No! No! Did Terry and Abel, did they die? Gianna and Bull seemed to be called in too, and they were already there. It's possible to triangulate the position of the survivors of the Viracocha project using radio equipment. Huh. Okay, we knew that. It's connected to the experience that they were carrying out during the Viracocha project. As you know, the survivors were treated for medical and psychiatric problems. Okay. Why would Morrison want to find the last survivors? Especially since we know where they are. Morrison didn't necessarily know about Abel and Terry Smith. Blah, 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 blah. He was pretty quick to burn it as soon as he had the information. Yeah, why does he want to kill them? Well, I guess he did set fire at the morgue. Sounds like he wants to finish the job the foreman started and eliminate all the other survivors. I am Ernest Bull. Built like him? You built like that guy? That's crazy. Because I'm a bull. Are you a, what is that, Taurus? You're a Taurus? Congrats on being first. Oscar, or rather Ettore, must be trying to find the bell. What's going on? What is the plan? What does it all mean? After all, I was here, and I wasn't going anywhere until I found my wife. They must believe that Gianna, Ernest, and I wouldn't represent a danger. Okay. Hi, Luca! How are you? Look, I have an EU-friendly stream. So the bull, you get the horns. Ah! Alright, would you please now take a look at the map of the town? Yep. EU-friendly! Yippee! I know, I haven't streamed early in the morning in a while. We're finishing up a cool visual novel, like murder mystery-esque game, and then going to switch over to the vampire therapist game. And I think there's like a little mini thing there that I haven't done yet. For Self-Care Sunday. Several zones have been circled on the map of Green Earth. Curtis appeared to be expecting us to ask him about them. Okay, well, where's this weak signal? Is there a weak signal there? Okay, cool. It matches the position of Arthur's cabin. Okay, cool. You were outside all day. Oh, nice. Were you shopping for the holidays too? Oh my gosh, Christmas is in 3 days. That's crazy. How about Signal B? This is the hospital? Okay, cool. You did something shopping. Exchange Christmas gifts with my friends. Aw, do you have any plans for Christmas? For the holidays? That includes New Year's too. Signal A. Is this the strongest signal? There's been a Catholic mission there for centuries. The monks who take care of the place are almost completely self-sufficient, and they usually don't get mixed up in the town business. Stephen Lloyd? Oh. Was Stephen... Did he become a monk? Oh. Staying home, maybe for New Year's I'll go to party. I'll go party? Nice! That sounds fun and relaxing. Friday was my last day of work for the holidays, and now I have a 2-week vacation, and I intend to rot and just relax and refresh for the new year. If Mr. Lloyd has indeed found refuge in the monastery, then everything suggests that Oscar... Oh gosh, Oscar's gonna try and kill Steve. Mr. Lloyd. Alright. Okay, Mr. Bull. Am I going out of town? Yeah. We'll be out of town for New Year's. But for Christmas, we'll be in... Well, we're spending it with Escar's family, but we'll be in town. Burger's already in place for the team. Alright. Let's go. The bodies of Abel and Terry haven't been found. Oh my god. I hope they're not dead. Gianna, Ernest, and I left the police station and climbed into the sheriff's car. This monastery looks like a castle. After a lively 10-minute drive along the hairpin bends that climbed to a mountainside, we came into view of an old Franciscan mission. The neo-Gothic architecture style was reminiscent of the East Coast. Gargoyles, bas-relief angels, and other oddities. Basically spooky. This is what I want my house to be. I think that'd be so cool. Jonah told me that the monument was too close to Greenhearth to become a tourist attraction. The monks who lived there had been left in peace, and references to the building have been removed from maps in the region. Huh. We went into the building, but I don't remember if I began my investigation straight away, or if I spoke with my companions before I started the search. Let's search the abbey first. They look so scary. Several monks were going about their business. I remember speaking to them and trying to glean some... Were they silent monks? One of the monks was dressed differently from the others. I figured he must be of higher rank. I went over to him. Father? What is this intrusion to the house of the Lord? Father Diego. Real. I want my house to be just a little hut in the middle of nowhere, but next to a doctor's office or hospital because I'm hypochondriac. So... But next to, like, within a couple miles, like that. Good morning, hi Toda, how are you? I'll give you a shout out. How have you been, friend? What's up, what's up? Good morning. Some of my brothers have made a vow of silence and isolation. The situation is unacceptable. Okay, well, good thing you didn't, so that way I can talk to you. Just woken up? Slay. Love that for you. Someone dangerous has infiltrated your abbey. Listen, my son. What you say makes no sense. No, my PC wasn't working for a week. Aw. Did you have to get a new part for it to make it work? We know that Stephen Lloyd is hiding here. Somebody's after him. Somebody who wishes to take his life. What? Stephen Lloyd is no longer here? What do you mean? Okay. Wait. Okay, he... Scared. I missed the fucking... Okay. Well, I guess the guy in the middle didn't have anything important to say to me. I got new case fans and new CPU cooler. Previous software was acting up and caused my AIO to die. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm glad that it works now. this? Is this where I'd find Stephen Lloyd? Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother? Okay, he probably took a oath of silence. Okay, cool. Frater Jason. What do you mean now? I don't know if I should talk to you, but I think Father Diego has lost his mind. What do you mean? At first he welcomed that woman a while back. She was injured, certainly. We are a serious monastic order. We can't just take people in a drop of a hat. Now all these townspeople have invaded our space. What do you mean? What woman? Wait, this woman, can you... Forgive me, my son. I've already said too much. I shouldn't have unburdened myself, so if you'll excuse me. Wait, but... Sorry, but I have a lot to do. I have chores in the vegetable garden today. And I have to clean the glass house next. Oh, before sext, you see. No, I don't see. What do you mean? The woman? My wife? Or Ettore? Father Matter said it's working now? True. Mr. Ernest Bull, what do you think of this place? Ah, Ricky. Apparently there's insurrection brewing among the feds. Insurrection? There's a secret faction within the feds posted to agree on how they're cooking something up. Do you think Parker? Oh. They're talking about the bell! I shouldn't have been surprised that Parker knew of its existence and wanted to get a hold of it. Good thing he knows he doesn't know. Could you drop a quiet word in the sheriff's ear, please? Okay, yep, there. Yeah, there. Messy. Okay. She looked delighted. Look, she's so happy. Found a way into the cell. You should take a look. There's some interesting things. Don't you want to come with me? Aw. Alright. Will asked me to warn you of an uprising. I think we can believe Ernest. Something is wrong with Parker, and he looks scary. I'm not sure about him either. Alright. Alright, let's go investigate. The Abbey Cellar. The Abbey Cellar was a gloomy, vaulted cavern, badly lit. Agent Parker, who was already there, seemed to take note of each tiny detail of the room with his hawkish gaze. He came to join me. Jesus Christ, what are you doing here? Fortunately, I'm afraid my investigating days are behind me, and I have to stand ready to order my team. Okay. Found some radio equipment which seems to correspond to that stolen from the old hospital. Don't hesitate to come to me. I'll be happy to give you my advice. 5. Have been drawn in blood on a pillar? What? Hey, man. Everything alright, brother? Frater Thomas. Yes, sorry. Look at the image I'm presenting of our monastery. I shouldn't complain like that when there are strangers in our midst. You don't like sweeping? No, it's not that, but Brother Jeremiah should be doing it this week. Once again, he's unavailable. Brother Jeremiah? Don't tell the abbot I was complaining, but I don't understand why he gets so much preferential treatment. This time it's supposed to be because of the police. What's it going to be next time? Tell me about this Brother Jeremiah. Is that Stephen? Brother Jeremiah was probably guarded in the cell. Was Stephen hiding behind the alias? I'm pretty sure. Probably. What is this? Hastily drawn sketch lay near the floor. Sketch? Could be Oscar. He likes to draw. The lines were far more disorganized and hesitant than usual. Is that all? Oh, is this more blood? I feel like that'd be really hard to look for, because everything's black and white. was still congealing, so it was recent, and the pattern of stains suggested a physical altercation. Aw. What do you mean tell me this guy was sweeping and cleaning? He didn't notice the blood on the pillar? Hmm. Let's go talk to Parker. Someone drew a symbol in blood. Does that mean anything to you? Show me. Ah, yes. The symbol is connected to a former member of the Viracocha Project. Officially, he's supposed to be among the victims of the incident. Ettore Modrana? I see you're better informed than I supposed. Since you're already in on the secret, there's no point equivocating. Ah, okay. Ettore was put to sleep after the Viracocha Project. Oh, okay. So he just confirmed what we already knew. Personal tick. Okay. Can you tell me, what do you think of this drawing of Oscar's? But it's as if he was interrupted suddenly. Oh, so then he made a switch when Ettore came. Oscar Morrison tried to retake control over Ettore by doing this sketch, but Ettore managed to keep control by painting the symbol in blood. Yeah, okay. Interesting. He's one of the 10 survivors of the incident. I knew that. One of the founding fathers of the project. Stephen Lloyd is the person hidden behind the alias Tilktix. He was directly under Tilktix. So you know who it is? Yes, of course, but you're barking up the wrong tree. That alias died with the project, and knowing his identity isn't going to help you get your wife back. Sketchy. You sheltered a woman a few months ago? Could you describe her to me, physically? Slim and thick. Bruises, a broken rib. It looked a lot like domestic violence. I gave her the address of the Convent of the Sisters of Mercy. Okay. Would the convent have to let you know if she turned up there? Probably not. We don't have a telephone. The Mother Superior would have no reason to turn her away. Okay, cool. There's our Lord Jesus Christ who would judge us all. Uh-huh. I immediately thought of Liz, but I couldn't believe that she would have survived that fall. Ah. Inez Balkadir? Oh, maybe. You know, she did say, Sister Mercy, hear about a possible survivor at the alley. Okay, I got an achievement for that. She did say it's hard to kill one of them, so. I fully understand that you want to protect the members of your order, but I really need to talk to Stephen Lloyd. Brother Jeremiah, if you prefer. Where did you hear that name? Doesn't matter where I heard it. I know where his cell is. It's guarded by one of the brothers behind the cloister, isn't it? Please, you're in so much danger. Please. This man is extremely dangerous. If I let you meet Brother Jeremiah, do you guarantee that you and the rest of the agents will leave the monastery immediately after? Yep. I guess. Don't thank me. Get out of here. Alright, let's go. Let's go, Steven. Despite his hood, I could see that the left side of his face was disfigured. It looked like old burn scars. Stephen Lloyd. No, my son. I am Brother Jeremiah. I greet you in Christ's peace. Okay. I wish to speak with Stephen Lloyd. It's been a while since he has inhabited this fleshy body. You're in danger. Someone's looking for you. But you say there's no meaning for me, my son. I'm at peace. I am ready to die. Gosh darn it! Wait! I need you for my investigation. Please, please don't die. If you want to talk to Stephen, you'll have to retrieve him. For that, you must sing the music of sinners in sunrise. What does that mean? Go on, my son. Come back when you have found it. Stephen Lloyd would have to do something for his personality to take control of Brother Jeremiah. Okay. Don't move, I'll be right back. BRB. Let's go search the oyster again, I guess. Ah. Sheet of parchment on which the sum number 23 had been copied with some care. Maybe? What about in the cellar? Ah. 42. Hmm. Is this a oh, harmonica? I have to shred it on a harmonica? My son. Here, have a hat. Play. Let's play the harmonica. Give me that. You don't know how to play. Ah. You have to play House of the Rising Sun. Stephen Lloyd? Who are you? And why have you woken me? Detective Ricky Fox. Do you know why I took the habit and buried my personality so deeply beneath Jeremiah's that it hasn't emerged for years? You're in danger. Been in danger ever since I took the disasters to take part in that accursed project. That Torres kidnapped my wife and is killing all the survivors. There's only you left. Torre Majorana, that paper pusher? Certainly not, but... Creature who was hiding in Majorana. This is the second person to mention the existence of the creature. What is it? And you don't even know. I don't. Please tell me what it is. We all thought that it died in the fire. If it turns out it had survived, assuring my safety would be the least of your worries. We're all screwed. All screwed, you hear me? Whoa! Why does he look like that? He just changed really scary all of a sudden. Lloyd had become screaming. Had begun screaming, glaring at me wildly. Dude, calm down. Sorry, I got a little carried away. You need to know the risk you're running. Ask me anything you want. Okay. Tell me about the creature. It's an entity that was asleep in the object. When we began our research, we woke it and freed it. Of course, we didn't realize that at the time, but by the time we tried to act, it was too late. Two main hypotheses that it's either extraterrestrial or from another dimension. Okay. Cool. We never managed to establish contact, but it quickly became apparent that this entity was not a pacifist. After the fire at the hospital, we hoped it had perished. Okay. Okay. It seems to have no way of reducing my hypothesis. It'll try to make contact with its own kind. More creatures. The radio signal. We would have to find the right place and right time to send the signal. Okay. Do you know why it's going after the survivors? They must constitute a threat to its plans. Okay. Yeah. What does the bell do? Found it during the work on the dam excavations and unearthed a strange archaeological site. Bless you. The work was stopped and a research team overseen by the Bureau sent it. Luco says bless you. He says thank you. The old Hopto. Listing the site as a medical center was just a front, obviously. Our research quickly focused on the object that looked like a bell. We realized that this object allowed the fusion of living beings, considerably slowing their aging and increasing their physical strength and their resistance to disease. Ah. I see. The trade-off was that the dominant personality had to remain permanently in control of the fused entity or cooperate to share that control. Like the foreman. What, John Whiteman survived? Yes, we were able to stop him. You stopped the foreman? Yeah, he chose to kill himself rather than be arrested by Gianna Walter. That's annoying. His methods were always hasty. But I managed he did everything he did was to stop the creature. I guess so. Lloyd gave me a moment to digest all of this information. Operational director. In theory, the operation was overseen by the Secret Services, but... Is it Is it Parker? Oh no. Dr. Alexander Korsakov, a Soviet defector who died during the incident. I knew it. I knew it. Louis Parker. I knew it. That's why he's so fucking old. Hello, Eyes. Thank you for the lurk. Do you know him? He's here as a special consultant for the Bureau. Haha. I gather it's you, got it. And no, I don't want anything to do with that damn thing that destroyed my life. If you value your own life, you better be doubly careful. Doubly careful. Okay. You go. Me, I have no intention of moving from here. Please. I made my decision. Okay. If we must die, let it be so. Alright. Alright. Sounds good. Go in peace, my son. What happened here? Is Bull who I saw first? Morrison? You were luck at the hospital, but that's over. I grasped him and pulled on his collar to make him release Ernest. Okay, good. The bell? But he swept me aside with the back of his hand, effortlessly. His hood slipped, but now his features had changed. It was no longer Oscar, but Ettore Morgiana who had now had the control. He had the bell in his hand. When did he get that? He gave me more of a run for my money than I expected, but Beth ends here and now. What? Was it the creature speaking through Morgiana's mouth? Was it able to communicate? Tori, or perhaps I should say the thing, turned, causing Bull to stumble and throwing him onto me as if he were nothing but a wisp of straw. With its other hand, it raised the cursed bell above its head, making it ring. The air seemed to harmonize in a strange frequency, and then the unspeakable happened. Ernest's face seemed to melt into my arms, forming a misshapen clump of flesh beneath my stupefied gaze. What? Did he just fuse us? There was pain, but adrenaline and shock held as I watched, impotent in the unthinkable. We fell screaming to the ground, Ernest, me, not knowing where one began or the other ended. The federal agents arrived at a run, in small groups, alerted by our cries. Discovering the grotesque monster that Ernest and I had become, one of them took aim. If they decided to open fire, we were done for. Everything that happened next happened very fast. Gianna appeared behind the agent who was preparing to fire, as if she'd come from nowhere. In one sharp, precise movement, she disarmed him, snatching his weapon away and neutralizing him with the butt of the gun before drawing her own service weapon. Oh! Ra-ta-ta-ta! Ra-ta-ta-ta! The other feds didn't have time to react to this new threat. They collapsed one after the other, as the sheriff's lethal bullets, rapid and precise, took him out. She just killed him? Just like that? In a few moments, most of the agents had been wiped out, and those who had been spared had chosen to flee, as had Majorana. Unless I was Ernest, painfully nodded our head. Jonah was silently evaluating our options as we went down the hairpin bends. Detective. I wasn't sure you'd answer in the circumstances. This is the sheriff. Fox can hear you, but he's unable to speak with you. What do you want? It's simple. My radio equipment disappeared during our little meeting at the alley. I'm prepared to free Fox's wife if you bring it to me. He added, you have 24 hours before hanging up. Oh my god. Parker took it. Gianna turned off toward the police station, which was the place where we had the best chance of finding Parker and the equipment. Nothing I prepared was for what we would find at the police station. Everyone's dead? A violent brawl had clearly broken out between Parker's group and those loyal to Curtis. The parking lot was littered with bodies in dark suits. But there were more important things. It was crucial that Ernest and I retook control of our shared body. I needed to be able to think clearly, but the sensations of my body distorting as soon as I relaxed my attention, along with Bull's inevitable presence in my mind, heavily limited my cognitive abilities. That's crazy. There was no hope of finding Jody in these conditions. Ricky, we can't keep going like this. You have to take control. Okay, but how? You had to find something to stabilize yourself. Arthur's patience all developed to take control. You had to find yours. Yes, I'm coming. But the precinct break room was covered with the scars of the recent armed struggle between the feds and Parker's turncoats. I tried to ignore the lifeless bodies strewn across the room. All that would have to wait. We don't have time for that. Gianna signaled to me that she was going to go further into the building, probably to check that the zone was secured. I responded with a silent thumbs up. As for me, my problem was very different. I needed to find a way to get complete control over my body. What would help me do that? No idea how I groped. Wait, no idea. I remember how I groped around to find it. Gun! Aww. Aw, they were so angry. What is this? My wife! Photo of Jody. The cat! What are you doing here? Jody, she loved that animal, and it loved her back. It would spend all of its time on her lap when we visited Arthur. At least, that was before he left for Green Earth. Now, Arthur was pushing up daisies, and Jody... Though I can't think about what might have happened to Jody. I have to save her, I got no choice. Why was the cat here? He's dressed in fatigues instead. What does that mean? Parker was under orders from a paramilitary division? What is that? Like if that was the case, our enemies would have large numerical superiority to us. Okay, what else is there? The fridge, of course. Ugh. Somebody drawn a question mark on his own. I'm in for a minute. The cat purring vigorously on my knees and the photo of Jody in my hand. Aww. Oh, he just needed to think about his wife. Oh, I'm so sad. Rookie Fed had taken refuge in Gianna's office. Hey, I know you're extremely traumatized, but what's going on? Tell me what you know. Where can I find Parker? What happened? We just got new results from the science team. Ah. Mr. Curtis asked us all to come into the meeting room for an update, but I was late. Why were you late? You need to go to the bathroom? Alright. I'm gonna get fired because I hate it, am I? You're just lucky to be alive. Okay, well, I already saw that, but fine. That's where Oscar Morrison is hiding. Well, then we gotta go over there. I think we got him. Let's go. She's gonna kill him? I think he's fine. Don't kill her. Relax. If I were you, I'd get myself and get out of Dodge. I just saved your life again, sir. I'm not convinced it's a good idea leaving a witness, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. He doesn't need to die. I don't think. Right, there's no point in hanging around here. Let's go. Jesus, that scared me. So we took the cat. Okay. It got really intense, really fast. Parker was there, preparing to launch his attack. He and his men had taken shelter in a garage. 4 people in total, him and 3 mercenaries in fatigues. They didn't seem to notice our arrival. Their attention was focused in a derelict house about 30 yards from their shelter. Don't know exactly what I expected. Something worse. The situation actually looked fairly manageable for the sheriff and I. She signaled out to me quietly when I opened the car door. Arthur's cat slipped out and disappeared into a bush. The damn cat! She drove full speed at Parker? Whoa. At the last moment, Gianna threw herself from the vehicle. Legged in the car, finished the journey, knocking down one of our opponents. He is dead. The 2 others had no time to react. Each of them took a volley of bullets. The threat was reduced to nothing in moments. She's insane. Gianna's insane. He'd once again vanished. Too bad. As this was happening, I approached the derelict house and entered a room on the 1st floor. Jody. She was near, I was sure. Morrison was there. He'd used the situation to get his radio equipment back. Oscar, I know you can hear me. Fight, don't let this thing control you. Ah, Detective Fox, you see? In the end, I didn't need you to get the equipment. Or Oscar, or the creature controlling him, had no time to finish her sentence before Gianna came in and threw herself onto them. But she was propelled to the backhand and landed heavily on the ground. Jody! Where I found Jody, my Jody, gagged and bound to a chair. She looked terrified but unharmed. Behind me, Gianna and the creature were entwined in a violent struggle. My beautiful wife Jody, we found her. Ew. Multiple arms? What's going on here? Just as the sheriff was about to overcome Morrison, he began to change into something inhuman. When I realized that the creature had taken out the bell and was about to ring it, I tried to intervene, but it was too late. I don't want to remember what happened next. We were fusing. Gianna, Oscar, Ernest, Atori, the creature, and me? I saw one of our limbs reach out toward Jody. The creature was holding the bell. I understand what it wanted to do, but I was unable to stop it. No! Suddenly, Atori and the creature detached from us and threw themselves into Jody, still tied up. Someone, Gianna maybe, detached the bell from the thing's hand, but it was too late. Jody, I saw her face distort with the bell's effect. It was unbearable. I slammed the door. We had to stabilize. One of us had to take control. I sat at the desk and I began to write. And that brings us to the present. And I won. I have control. Bull? I am Ernest Bull, and I will stop that creature. The Informant. Complete episode 4 as Ernest Bull. The Memoirs. Complete episode 4. I don't know how I managed it, but apparently it was me who won the internal struggle that Ricky launched against the 3 of us for control of this body. Frankly, it's not ideal. Someone more athletic like Ricky or the sheriff would probably be more useful for what we're facing, but we'll just have to make do. I mean, it may be... he knows things, so... I'm almost tempted to pack up my stuff and get the hell out of here, but I guess if that creature manages to put its plan into action, there soon won't be anywhere left to run. And unfortunately, the noises in the next room stopped a while back. I guess that thing has managed to get free. It has to be stopped. We mustn't hang about, because it's got everything it needs to put its plan into action. The radio equipment and the bell. My companion's help would be invaluable for that. I'm going to need Fox's detection skills and the sheriff's determination. Even Oscar Morrison would be useful. Living so long with the creature, there must be information that he alone can give me. Maybe I can find a way to bring them to the surface without losing control. I just have to convince them to join forces with me. Start by exploring this house. Episode 5? This is... whoa. The Dam. Wow, okay. Well... let's talk to Ricky first. Jody! Jody! Oh, okay, you know what? Let's search the house, actually. My fault. Blood. Gianna must have managed to injure it before when she was trying to restrain it. Okay. Chair? What is this? I established that the creature had indeed escaped while we were fighting. Okay. Oh no. This is Jody's blood. Will that make you come out, Ricky? Will that help you at all, Ricky? What else is there? Oh. Oh! I didn't even see that. A crowbar. Okay, cool. Let's search the garage. Mm-hmm. Paper. Research notes. Okay. Here's one. These more? A file with my name on. Leafing through it, I can confirm that it is the proof I've been looking for all these years. It clearly demonstrates the Bureau's guilt in the series of events that led to my brother's death, and which had ended in my being placed in Green Earth with a witness protection program. Ah, okay. Police radio. Okay, we're getting some bull lore. Okay. Case. Ah, page. One of Parker's men. Well, sorry about you. Okay. Hey, Oscar. Oh my god, he looks terrible. My son, Nathan. Oh, he's thinking of his son? That makes me sad. Drawing. Drawing. Okay, what does Gianna need? Okay, there you go. Okay, now I can wake everyone up, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Here. These were the ropes that bound your wife, and now your wife is fused with the monster. Can you wake up and help me now? We'll do our best, but it's just so priority, I'm afraid. If we can save your wife in the process, we will do, but we might have to kill your wife. Son. Yes, think of your son. I don't know how it happened. I do know that I'm not the one in best shape physically to tackle what's coming, but you know, we gotta do the best. Alright, cool. Gianna, here's a cat. I promised myself I would take care of it after he died. Oh, I see. But I lost it. I lost everything. How can I take care of Green Earth if I can't even take care of a stupid cat? Look, it's right here. Look, it's fine. All is not lost. Here's the cat. I need help getting the car started. Okay, what about Oscar? Rose? I know you're thinking of your wife. Look at this drawing I found. Wasn't it good? Wasn't it great? Thank you for calling me back, Mr. Bull. We absolutely must stop the creature before it can call its kind. True. Hang on, you must have some information with us. For us. Yes, but the priority is still to find a way to get back to town. Okay, can you tell me about... See the dot on the screen? That's us. And on the other dot, that's the creature. It's heading for the dam. Oh, jeez. Search the abandoned house. What am I searching? Oh, toolbox. There we go. Okay. Found a toolbox. Let's fix the car. Nice. Check back and leave. Right, we got a way around. And we know where the creature's going. To the dam. No bull, stopping that has... Oh. You're aware that the creature forced me to kill Raymond Kowalski, but do you know why? I don't know. Killing the survivors of the Viracocha was the foreman's plan in order to kill the creature's host and be rid of the threat. The creature only began wanting to strike down those people affected by the bell when its existence was discovered. Raven possessed large quantities of explosives and was preparing to blow up the dam. Die, or at least the creature stopped him in time. Oh, I thought we were just gonna go ahead and blow up the dam. I was all for it. Like, yes, sir, let's do it. Yes, that's where I hid the explosive. I see. The explosives are in the bank. First the bank, then the dam. Alright, sounds good. What about Jody? What about my son? We'll do our best to save her, Ricky. I'm lying. We might have to kill Jody. I hope not. That'd be really sad. Right, our best won't be enough to save your wife, Detective. What the hell, Oscar? Why would you say that? Yes, I understand. Oh, man. Well, to the bank it is. When I climb into the car, Arthur's old cat slips in beside me. I let it. Then I start the car. With the motor sputtering, I head for the Greenhearth Bank. The bank is completely empty. Alright. Oh, good. So maybe... lighter. That might be useful. Alright, let's... Can I go into... How do I... Wait, how... Yeah, where the flip do I go? What am I supposed to look for? Ah, a smoke detector. All the boxes. Some of the boxes have been emptied. Okay. Flash drive. Sick. Rose, you have to call her. Do you really have time for that? I want to take a minute. Yes. Hey, you must leave town immediately. Would you... Your husband is in me right now. I can't explain it. Please get out of town. Just leave her like that. Be like, what? My husband is gay? I got a favor to ask you too. Arthur's cat. All that I ask is you make sure it survives. There's a tunnel leading out of town to the road. Can you just let it go there? Alright. Sure. He's in me right now. I stop at the entrance of the tunnel. Okay, go cat.
Oh, what's up, buddy? Stinky. Stinky boy.
When the cat finally disappears into the gloom, I feel the sheriff's mind filled with a kind of gentle resignation. We're all going to die.
Uh-oh, Stinky.
We got him dog cologne. I need to put more on him. On Gianna's advice, I abandoned the cart at the foot of the dam and take to the maintenance shaft. The trouble is, I have to climb all that way on foot. Excuse me. I surprised myself climbing the ladder after ladder with far more ease than I expected. He's strong as hell now. This isn't my first... Ernest, have you dealt with explosives before? Ew! It's still wearing the features of Fox's wife, which, let's be honest, is extremely disturbing. Jody! Jody! Mr. Bull! I never thought it would be you who won. Never mind who won. We're all here to stop you. Stop me? You're scarcely able to manage an empty hotel. Do you really think you've got the courage to stop me? Anyway, it's too late. A low rumbling resonates through the structure of the dam. Come, my brothers, come, dinner is served. The creature draws closer to me, looking menacing. I only have a few seconds left. I know what I have to do. I just hope my contacts receive those documents. "48 hours have passed since the explosion at the dam, which submerged the town of Green Hearth beneath the waters. Thanks to the evacuation order from the authorities, human losses have been minimal. We don't know exactly what brought about the destruction of the dam, but an inquiry is underway." Who is that? Is that the guy? Is that Parker? Note that Sheriff Gianna Walter is still AWOL and probably lost her life trying to stop the explosion. An official funeral has been scheduled. The good news is that the object has been located, and the experiments can finally recommence. Oh my god. You will remember to note in the report that the terrorist threat was overborne thanks to the effort of my team, won't you? What a shame that none of them survived. I do hope the next Curtis will be as malleable as the last one. Alright, come on, Liz. There's nothing left for us to do here. Liz! What the... The end. Revenge. Complete episode 5 as someone else. So they all died? All for nothing? Because they still get the thing? I'm so sad. Aww. That was good. I was intrigued. I did not expect that ending. Dang, is that why these four are here? Interesting story, interesting takes. I was not expecting the fusions. And I like how the creature is just left as a creature. It's like, it could be an alien, or it could just be a monster. I don't know. It's just a scary thing. I do like that. An actual twist. I did not see that coming. Great game. Good game. 10 out of 10. Recommend.